Shabbat Shalom. So yesterday, Puxatani Phil looked out of his burrow, saw his shadow, went back in there by predicting 6 more weeks of winter. Well, if you're wondering really how serious to take his prediction, he's been right only about 40% of the time. But in a climate of coldness, and by the way, the superstition began with the Dutch and then later brought to Pennsylvania, the idea of how long would winter last, the harshness of winter. And so there's this hope of there being perhaps an early spring. Well, it's the nature of seasonal holidays, thinking about the moment and transitions. We have our own seasonal holiday coming up this week on Monday of Tu BiShvat. Tu BiShvat, translated as the 15th day of the month of Shvat. And in the Mishnah, Tu BiShvat is called the Rosh Hashanah Le'ilanot, the New Year of the Trees. Well, what does that mean? Well, according to the Bible, in the land of Israel, we're not permitted to eat the fruit of trees for the first 3 years. The 4th year, the fruit is dedicated to the temple, and then in the 5th year, you're able to eat your fruit. So how do you know how old a tree is? Well, you could put a little note on each tree, but in truth, the tree planting season takes place in spring and even later. So this moment was seen as a division between trees planted in a previous year and in the coming year. And so every tree planted after Tu BiShvat, that was the first year of its life, and they would count accordingly. Well, how do we get to the idea of tree planting on Tu BiShvat itself? Well, apparently in the 1890s in Israel, a rabbi took his students out and connecting the land and the idea of improving the environment and the land itself, connecting it to Tu BiShvat, planted trees. And then in the early years of the 1900s, JNF created a national movement to plant trees, to, if you will, help to change and transform that land to a land of plenty. Well, we continue to celebrate Tu BiShvat in that way. Many people have tree planting. It really has become the Jewish day of ecological awareness, the day in which we are extremely cognizant of the impact that we have on our planet and ways that we need to improve it. That's the idea. It's not just thinking about it, but taking action. You know, it's not just once a year we think about the environment, ecology, our planet. Every Shabbat, we're supposed to re-engage with creation, to step back into it, to have an appreciation for the blessing and the command to take care and to guard this world. That's what we're here for. Of all the other things we have to do in life, one of our primary roles is to take care of this earth, the blessings and the precious nature of it, the life that it gives. On this Shabbat, I'm wishing you a Shabbat of joy and reflection and connection to nature. Shabbat Shalom.